Hey everybody, Mr. Pace, thank you for stopping by. I wanted to do a video here on the Cora situation in Woodman Hills, and I wanted to give you some information you may or may not have. I'm going to be pretty frank with things from now on, and I'm going to let you know some things that you may not know, and some of you may get upset, and you should, justifiably so. The district's going to give me contracts for 5 individuals, and they're going to redact the pay because it specifically states as it would violate the individual's right to privacy. Well, Mr. Bendelow, we're going to go to court. The law's already ruled that contracts are permissible and the names and the amounts are also permissible. And I cited several cases for you. You will be notified within the 14 days notice that's required by law to give to you. I have nothing to lose, Mr. Bendelow. See, the problem is, I know you wrote this because it says, in response to the magnitude of Cora requests you continue to make. I've made a handful of Cora requests this year alone, okay? And you keep saying no. What the board doesn't understand, what the board could never understand, is when a judge asks me why, I will tell him why. If the judge thinks I'm wrong, then he'll slap my wrist. If the judge doesn't think I'm wrong, he'll slap your wrist. Now, because it's a public's right to know and everything I've been asking for is perfectly permissible within the law. It's actually cited in the law. You guys just don't understand that. Now, with respect to that, the reason I'm asking is because it's come to my attention that certain employees who used to work for us receive $50,000 bonuses. That's right. While you're gasping for air, that's a true statement. Okay? And those 2 individuals were Lisa Peterson and Gene Cozzolino. Now, the other issue I have is I'm now trying to find out or investigate how much influence Troy Stinson has had over the other board members. Now, mainly Russell Ryder and Carl Lukens. As I understand it now, there is a situation where the factions have separated, and the reason why they don't want to pull Troy out is because the ladies feel that they cannot get a fair shake. I believe that, okay? Now, what I do know is that Russell and Carl better grow a sack, because I have no problem doing a recall. I just don't. 1 name's as good as 3 names. I can get 300 signatures. Doesn't matter. While I'm getting 1, I might as well get 2 more. Now, I know that Russell's not running for another election. That's what I was told. Okay, well, that's great. The problem is right now Troy's losing fan support, and a whole bunch of people are telling me that they'll be more than happy to sign a recall against him. And it's basically because of what you've done. Now, what people are trying to figure out is, are you unduly influencing the other board members to do things the way you want them? Well, your actions speak louder than words. Transparency's gone from the meetings. I had to fight over this, and you still owe me the rest of the records. You still haven't coughed those up. And if anything else, you know that Edward Bendelow was hired to take me out. You know it. I now know it. The individuals who told me know it, and they're not going to lie. So Sherry Ringen and Nicole Vance were 100% truthful. Now, what you don't know, and I don't want anybody to forget this, Troy Stinson took me to court to shut me up and shut me out because Edward Bendelow got to him and talked to him, and they collaborated. So Sherry Ringen and Nicole Vance were 100% right. That's it. And then when he failed, he got mad. Troy needs to be investigated for undue influence of other elected officials to find out if he is using his authority to influence other board members, because other board members have already told me they want to realign the board, but Troy is shutting it down. Okay, they know that Troy's against it. So if you take the 2 ladies and the 3 guys, it's 3 against 2. So Russell and Carl, it's nut up or shut up. Okay, now I know for a fact that people have been trying to get a hold of Russell Ryder. I'm one of them. Okay, so Russell, do you treat your wife like this? Carl, you treat your wife like this? I'm not going to ask about Troy. I already know some things I shouldn't know, and I'm going to keep them to myself till later on. But the point is, you took an oath. You don't want to honor it, leave. Because everybody now knows that you and the LePages are like this, Carl. And the only reason you're here is to keep their jobs. We have a serious nepotism issue. 3 family members from 1 family work in this district, drawing a salary of over $170,000 a year, plus bennies. That's sad. And after what Mr. LePage did to me, Jerry Jacobson lacks the nutsack to do anything about it. He should be the next one to go. Because if anybody else, anywhere else did what he did, been fired. And everybody's seen the video. And I'm going to get that video played at a BOCC meeting so everybody can see what an employee did to me for filming them putting up those signs so I would have evidence that they were doing it. Regardless of the situation, shouldn't have happened. Now, Mr. Bendelow, you can fight, you can hem, you can haw, but I know there's good judges out here, and I know judges would understand. But if you want to make the case about who's got credibility, I guarantee you a court would love to hear how you were specifically hired to take me out, and you walked into that building down there and told everybody you were not afraid of me and you were going to get rid of me. Standing right beside Benjamin Green. Prove me wrong. I'm Mr. Pace. This is going to be posted. When this is all said and done, we're going to fix all the problems. I appreciate you taking the time to come here and see me this evening. Have a good evening. Happy holidays. Stay safe and warm. I'll get back to you later. Stay tuned. Oh, last note. I want to give a special thanks to Josh Killett, Anthony Pizzi, and Walter Porter for exposing the truth about Gene Cozzolino. I now know that the April meeting in 2017 was because of abuse of stuff that was going on in the district, and Gene basically threatened to quit because they wouldn't allow him access to a meeting. And that's why Gene left. Now you got the facts. Gene, bye. Oh, while we're on it, I definitely want to find out how many times you and Peterson received $50,000 bonuses. Yeah, I know. I bet you folks are going to be really happy about that. Have a good evening. Bye.